We have reached a point, once again, where skill-based matchmaking is being brought up into the community. Whether it's Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex, it's a lot of different opinions from a lot of different people. I would say the mass majority of everybody wants it completely removed from the title, and having every single game strictly, connection-based. Which would be wonderful in a perfect world, right? But skill-based matchmaking has always been in video games. It's always been implemented to a certain extent when it comes to FPS titles. Maybe not too far, like, Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, World at War, as you're watching right here. Skill-based matchmaking wasn't that thick. It was still there to protect the noobs because, it was boot camp in Call of Duty World at War, which all the noob players could go into. And then they progressed into the larger lobbies where people were max prestige and stuff like that. But it wasn't to the extent that we're seeing nowadays with these current Call of Duty games. Now, me personally, I always say this. Everybody always hops on my case. I don't know why. 1v1 me. I bet you I'll whoop you up with some of that homemade sauce if you really think I'm that bad of a player. But like I said, I enjoy competition. I enjoy versing people who are equal to my skill, if not better, so I can always learn something from them. But there needs to be a time where you can relax. This is a video game. People paid $60 for this game, not to sweat, but to enjoy their time. And I'm going to hear it again. I always hear it. It never fails, but someone in the comment section is going to say, well, you just want a bum stomp. You just want a bunch of noobs so you can get all your streaks. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it for the 50 millionth time. I have been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2, the big red one. Just because I'm doing good in the game doesn't mean I'm sweating. I'm just naturally good at the game. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the same boat. You're just naturally good at the game. When you play something for 10 plus years every single year and having it be one of your favorite video games so you barely play anything else, you're going to get good at the game. Whether you like it or not, you're going to get talent at it. And it got to a point where I don't have to sweat my butt off every single time I play a video game in order to be successful. Yes, I might not get like a nuke if I don't sweat, but I'll still have a good time. I can still drop a VTOL, some chopper gunners, get some good kill gameplays. You can still have a good time. But in all these recent Call of Duty games, or just recent video games in general, Fortnite, Apex, Call of Duty, I don't think Battlefield has it. I never really experienced it in Battlefield, but in those 3 titles I just mentioned right there, skill-based matchmaking is thick. It is so thick to the point where every game is competitive. And like I said, I can't complain with that because I like competition. I don't want to just verse noobs over and over and over again. That's what happened in Black Ops 4. That was my main issue with Black Ops 4. It was fun stomping out lobbies. But when you stomp out lobbies every single game and you get nukes every single game and you're dominating players every single game, it gets boring. It gets repetitive. And it's not fun anymore. I feel like the devs are failing to recognize that the best way for them to put together a skill-based matchmaking system is to make it a nice in-between. Make people sweat out every once in a while. You can't give them every single game versus noobs, but then every once in a while, toss in that noob lobby. Allow them to have fun. Allow them to experience a more enjoyable time in the game. But then mix back another sweat lobby, and then mix in another noob lobby. It has to be a nice point where they can even out the skill-based matchmaking. Because currently, in our games that we're playing now, there is no even point. If you are good, if you can at least get 10 plus kills a game in Call of Duty, you're going to be put up against sweats. That's just how it is now. It's no in between. You're not going to find any noob lobbies. You're going to have to literally reverse boost your stats just to find a noob lobby. But even if you go through all the time of reverse boosting your stats, the second you do good again, you're going to be put back with the sweats again. You can't really escape it when you're playing these video games nowadays. But it's not just the skill-based matchmaking. I think the devs are just intentionally designing their video games around a more competitive vibe. Look at World at War. There's people on the other team who are really good players. It's a mixed, it's not just all noobs on the other team. There's good players and there's bad players. Same thing in Modern Warfare, the current one in 2019. Sometimes I get into lobbies where it's not all 155s on the other team, but they'll mix it in. They have some good players, they have some bad players. Just like how it should be. But at the end of the day, when I'm playing Modern Warfare compared to World at War, the gameplay is still sweaty. It's still competitive. The map design, the way the weapons kill so fast, everything that they implemented into Modern Warfare was to give it a competitive atmosphere, to make it as sweaty as it could possibly be. Because like I said, looking at World at War right here, it's good players and bad players, but it doesn't ruin my experience. I can still enjoy it, I still get my butt kicked by the good players, but I can still enjoy my experience with it. It's not a complete sweat fest. And I already stated my main thing that I think they should do, but I'm going to say it again. Because like I said, the remove skill-based matchmaking is trending on Twitter once again. It's a popular topic. A lot of people don't want to see skill-based matchmaking implemented into the video games nowadays. But this is the perfect way of handling skill-based matchmaking. I think, personally, that pub matches should be turned down to an absolute, zero skill-based matchmaking. You just party up with the best connection, doesn't matter if they're good players or bad players, and that's what you get. And then for competitive, they should have a competitive side, a competitive playlist, like Rainbow Six Siege with Ranked, where you do have a more competitive, sweaty experience, when you're actually craving vibes like that. That way, for a player like me, a person who likes to sweat, but a person who also likes to relax, I can pick and choose what I want to do. Do I want to pub stomp, or do I want to actually go ahead and compete and actually have fun? But they can't just leave it at that. They can't leave it there and expect it to work. Because then all the pub stompers, the people who do enjoy just, no competition every single game, the ones that just want to completely slay through every single person that they come across, they're just going to play pubs. They'll never play the competitive side of the video game. They just want to go ahead and pub stomp. You have to make it a reason. You have to give players something for playing competitive. Just like Rainbow Six Siege, you get a rank. When you play just a regular casual match, you don't get that special rank. Yeah, you can rank up your level, but you don't get that special rank to rank. You know what I'm saying? And in Rainbow Six Siege, it feels good to have a good rank. It shows that you're a good player. So when people see that rank, they're like, wow, that guy's really actually a savage. He's a really good player. We had to keep our eye out on this guy. It gives you a rewarding feeling. It gives you a good feeling for earning that rank. But in all the Call of Duty games I played, when there's league play and stuff like that, What? I think Black Ops 2 was the last time League play was actually decent. After that, every time they try to implement competitive gameplay into Call of Duty, it's like they're mindless. The devs don't know what to do. I mean, come on now. How can people who haven't even gone to college, haven't even studied one course of game design, can think of better ideas than these developers who probably spent 4 to 8 years studying this craft to go ahead and work at these development studios for these titles? It doesn't add up to me. But you have to put a reward in order for ranked to be playable. If you just give players an option to play ranked or casual, and there's no benefits for going and sweating, nobody's going to sweat. Nobody's going to compete. Now if you said, okay, it's a brand new weapon. You can get the RAM. The RAM from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, one of the best assault rifles in the game. Instead of it being in the Battle Pass, you have to win a certain amount of games in competitive, or you have to reach a certain level in competitive. And if you reach that level, you get the RAM. Everybody would swarm the competitive side. Everybody would want to play to get the RAM, which would leave all the casuals to have their casual experience in the pubs. And yes, there would still be some people sweating it out in pub matches, but the majority of the sweats, the majority of the people who want a overpowered weapon, obviously they're going to back out of pubs and go play competitive. You just gave them a reason to go and sweat it out. It's not hard. I don't know why these developers are having such a hard time with it, but it seriously isn't that hard. And now they brought in the CWL, or CDL, I don't know, the COD League, whatever the hell they call it. They brought that in, which is competitive gameplay. But there's no reason to play it. You don't get a competitive rank. You don't get any cool camos. You don't get any cool weapons. You don't get any cool attachments. You don't get any cool calling cards. No emblems. You get nothing. Nada. Zero. Absolutely no purpose in playing it. So tell me, why would someone as sweaty as me go and play other sweats for no reason when I can just go into a pub match and pub stomp? You see what I'm trying to say here? Skill-based matchmaking can be implemented into the game, but they're doing it all wrong. They're doing it the wrong way, and it's almost mind-boggling why they're still doing it this way. Honestly, these devs are completely incompetent. They're stupid if they still can't figure this out. Why ruin your game with skill-based matchmaking? Why force people to sweat every single public match they play? You know, like I said in the beginning of this commentary, people spent full price for these video games, $60+ to play this game. And these aren't people like me, you know, people who play these games all the time to sweat it out. No, these are just casual people who work every single day, who just want to spend like 30 minutes to an hour just, you know, relaxing, playing some Call of Duty. Why should these people be forced to sweat and verse people of equal skill level when they're just trying to relax and enjoy the video game? It just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, ranked playlist, casual playlist. That's all you have to do. If a development studio can't comprehend that simple little task, they're incompetent. It's like ranked is for ranked play. It's for sweats. Casual pubs are for casual players. I don't know why they're trying to bring ranked into casual. They don't mix. Leave them separate. It's a very simple task. And like I said, add a reward into the ranked play. Give people reasons to go play it. And that will resolve literally everything. All the sweats would play in ranked, and all the casuals would play in casuals. You literally just fixed every last situation in your video game. But guys, I'm going to keep this commentary short. I'm not going to ramble anymore about the skill-based matchmaking and stuff. I've made one too many commentaries about this. I just wanted to speak about it again because, like I said, once again, it's trending on Twitter. People are talking about it. People, once again, are outraged about the skill-based matchmaking in video games nowadays. And I just want to give my opinion about it because I think it's very valid. I think it's a great point. And I understand where people are coming from. You know, it's a reason why skill-based matchmaking is implemented into video games. It's to protect the new players. It's to protect the players who are brand new to these video games so they don't get completely whooped and they want to leave the title and never touch it again. Brilliant for marketing. Brilliant for making money, obviously. They are a company at the end of the day and they need to make cash. But they could do it so much better. They don't have to force people. They don't have to force everybody to sweat. You know, that doesn't have to be an issue. They could just easily simply make ranked and casual. It's literally as simple as that. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. As always, it means the absolute world to me. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, go dislike it. If you're brand new and enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, if you just want to chat with me, see what I'm talking about with video games, you can follow me over on Twitter, @JbowenDaMan. And also, if you just want to catch me live streaming, do that over on Twitch, @JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.